Congratulations on purchasing the course. Thank you for the support and the contribution on the trust in me. Forecasting time cycles using numbers, gann number cycles, natural number cycles, time cycles, even the geometry angles. It works on the numerology. The numbers are the key here. It's all the same. You can simply call it as number cycles. So you can read the book many times, only then you will understand it. So try to focus on the numbers which I have given here. These are the master numbers. 367, 144, 108. These three are the main gann master numbers, and remaining they can be derived from these numbers with few exceptions. So the importance of each and every number is given, which is related to astrology, numerology, gann trading methods, few other cycles, mathematics, geometry, and so on. There are so many numbers which connects one with the other. So read it 3 times, 7 times, or maybe 144 times. You will understand a lot of information, and it should become your second nature. When you see the charts, you should be able to see those numbers. When you see the connection between two cycles, or the high or low or high, any two pivot points, you must know what is the reason, and if that number is master number or if that can be used or not. It should be very clear to you once you finish the course. So what you are seeing here, these are the main numbers you can focus on. So based on these numbers alone, you can able to find the time pivot, anchor point or pivot point. The first number is 360. It is same as 36, 3600, 36000, 36000. It's all the same. You can remove the zeros here. So same goes to 14400, 144 and 720, 72, 360, 36. It's all the same. So 9 is same as 90, 180 is same as 18. So how we are going to use that? 360 in any number, midpoint is important. Midpoint means we can divide that by 2. So the number, it starts from 1, 2, 3. So we are dividing that by 2. It will give you the midpoint. 1 to 10, the midpoint is 5. So as above, so below. Bible, there are so many quotes are there. So if you want to master the gann methods and to find the cycles, you will have to read the Bible, and it's where the gann himself derived those cycles, and he found those truth. It's what he mentioned in the forward and quoted many Bible quotes. Square of 9, square of 90, it's all the same as above, so below. You can see the square of 9 on page number 73. So it's all starting from the midpoint only. So it's circling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it goes on like that. So this is the price and time squaring area. This is a square. The angle starts from here. This is the 45 degree angle. It's a division of circle 2. It's very, very important. When you divide the circle by 8, we get 45. I have given a hint about how to use square of 9 here. You can use that and find. It's squares and square roots only. Once you get the idea, it's a simple calculator. I'm not going to go deep into these concepts like squares and etc. But I have hinted, and those are very important things we have given here. You can work on it, you can find it online. It's available everywhere. And also, if you're focusing on the numbers alone, other things will not be necessary. Just focus on the numbers alone. So as above, so below. If you divide that, and this is positive side, this is negative, this is good, and this is evil. So there is always a line between the, and here if you divide that, it is the same. There is a rectangle. If you see here, there is also a rectangle. So even if you rotate and divide, it's all the same. So even in certain waves, it goes up and then comes down. So there is a midpoint. So midpoint is very, very important in finding cycles. It gives you hints, it gives you clues, and it gives you a lot of information. And gann logo, you can see here, there is a circle, there is a square, there is a triangle. So these points are very, very important. We are going to study this, and we are going to derive a lot of time cycles from here. So here you can see 360. When you divide that by 2, you get 180. 360, when you divide that by 4, you get 90. So it's basically 190 divided by 180 divided by 2. Again, if you, it's half and it's half. So 360, when you divide it by 3, we get 120, 240, 360. So when you're dividing by 2 and dividing by 3, 360, it's a circle, cycles, it's all the same. So when we divide and we find the units of 360, it will give these numbers. We are going to use that in trading. Okay, 144, it is same. It's a master number and its division 72, 36, 18, 9. So 9 rules. There is a lot of information about 9 in the book. You can read that. And 9 is a pulse. And whenever 9 comes, there will be a change. Gann loved this number 7. I mentioned in the book how he used numbers, how he indirectly used 7 in so many times, how he hinted Bible about 7 and tunnel through the book. He hinted the chapter 7, Robert Garden, 7 days, it's all about 7 number. And he said use 7 in as many ways as possible. So we must do that. And in Bible, the most used number is 7. The next is 3. The Holy Trinity. 3. And 3. Okay. So 3, it is connected with 360. We can divide that. And even with the 9, 3 square is 9 actually. It's very, very important. And 144, it is also 9 if you add that. So midpoint is 7. Apart from that, 3 and 7, they rule actually. So if you master that, it is perfect. The cycles and its units, it will be in your hands forever. So not only in the markets, in your life too, you can use these numbers and find the anchor point and use the confluence in a right way. So these two numbers, these are connected actually, like 3, 9. If you take 360 and divide it by 144, if you divide that by 144, you get 2.5. And 3600, if you divide that by 144, that's 25, 1/4. So these are units of circles. In the book, in Gann's book and in this book, I have given how to divide 360 by 8, and it gives 45 to find the seasonal dates in the time forecasting. I'm not going to show that or go deep into that. You can see that and use that as confluence when you are finding that pivot point or anchor point. Okay, 360, it's divisibles, it's units. 144, it's divisibles. So likewise, so its square is also very important. 36 times 36, 36 times 2, 3, 4, and so on. So 144 times 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. is important. Likewise, 7 times. So these are all the units. So 144 is a number, 72 is a unit, 36 is a unit of 144. So you should master that and keep that in your mind and familiarize yourself and watch the PDF and read the PDF how I connect the numbers and how each numbers it connects together. You have to work on it, and after that, when you see the charts, it would be very, very easier for you. Or if you work on the examples which I have given, that would make sense to you, and you can do it in your own way very easily. So Gann has given a lot of information indirectly. For example, see here, it's a 30 years cycle, and he has given a lot of smaller cycles like 7, 9, 5, because it's actually 360, 270. These are all the units of circle when you divide that, but those are in months or it is in weeks. So you will get indirectly these numbers only in the end. You can read this. So the same information which I have repeated, so it is very important. So 10 years is 120 months. 7.5 is 90 month cycle. 60 months, it's a great cycle mentioned by Gann. We'll be using a lot. So when you're using a number, always be sure to multiply that by 12, because 12 months in a year and 7 days in a week. Those are very, very, very important. The 12 square is 144 actually. So it's all connected. So the likewise in here, so it's very simple. So we're going to divide and see the factors and its units here, and after that we should be familiar with this concept. And apart from that, we are going to use square numbers, like 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, so 7 cross is 7 is 49. It's very important cycle. 12 cross 12 is 144. So when it comes, you should be very careful and use that as a confluence too. Likewise, square root numbers. When there is a 144, you can take square root. It's 12. So 360. So 36. 6 6 are 36. And triangle, there are 3. 1, 2 and 3. In 3, there are 3 edges in a triangle, and you will have to use the cube numbers like 3 cube, 7 cube, etc. I have mentioned the cube and square numbers in the PDF. You can watch that and memorize that. And tables of 144 is very, very important. Gann gave that in his courses. I have mentioned in this book too. You can watch and memorize and make it familiar. See, there are so many other numbers and other cycles which connects with these numbers very maximum. Very few it has a different cycle, but you can find the two if you have the anchor point very correctly. My method is to find the confluence using all the cycles, not only 1 or 2 cycles. We are going to find so many cycles, and from there we are going to derive that. So this is very, very important, and if you want to proceed in an advanced way, this concept will help you a lot. There is a lot of information in this page than you can even think. So it's very, very secret, and it's hidden in the plain sight actually. It's how the Gann way and how he did actually. So that being said, you should try to connect the numbers and see for yourself. So 9 square is 81. Uranus sidereal is actually 84. 84 years, but in 7 years you have 84 months. So if you divide that, it's 42, and it's 6 7s are 42. It is also divisible by 7 these units. So when you have a strong vibration around 83, 84 or 81, 82, that's a really, really important cycle. And very important concept is when there is a circle, a cycle starts and it ends, it doesn't end in a proper way. Let's say even our earth, when it's rotating 365 days, we have a leap year, one extra day every 4 years, because it's not ending exactly at the same starting point. So cycles it, for example, if it is 84 number cycle, and it might even end at 82 or maybe 85 or 86. So we give it a 1 or 2 days or very maximum 3 days to find the cycle. It applies to both trading bars and the calendar days as well. So here the Gann, he himself mentioned that time periods 3 to 4 days before or after is very, very important. But here we are using confluence. We will get it as accurate as possible. Once you progress, you will understand yourself. And of course there are so many other cycles, like I mentioned 2592. I didn't mention about this in deep, but there are so many connections are there. I have mentioned in this book many a times. You can read that, and those numbers are important too. Fibonacci I have quoted here, but it's an entirely different time method and time technique. It should be used as confluence, and it gives you good results when you're using it separately, and you can also combine. It gives you good. and sometimes very accurate results too. And I use a lot of methods like regression, proportion. You can check my YouTube channel. I have given some very advanced methods in my playlist, time cycles and gann time cycles. You can see there, 8 to 10 videos are there, and you can watch that. So once you finish this video course and once you finish reading this book, it will make sense to you and it will take you into a very different direction. The cycles are long term, intermediate, and short term. Long term, it is yearly, monthly, and weekly cycles, like 52 weeks. It is same as 52 days, but 52 weeks is a very long distance. 52 days is also very good cycle. We are going to use that. Intermediate cycles are like from, I would say, daily. When you're using daily, you can see the cycles within 100 days would be intermediate. Short term would be in a single digit cycles like 1, 3, 7, 9, etc. And 3 and 3.5 are the shortest cycles. And Gann also mentioned in square of 9, you can see if there is 3 days and if there is a 3 support or resistance on top and bottom, the fourth time it is most likely to break. So 3 is very, very important. Like I said, Holy Trinity. So try to focus on that intermediate level and to short term. So long terms, you can use that confluence. Like if there is a 144 month cycle ending and it's a 12 years, right? And you can see some intermediate correlation there and short term there. So you will have a massive direction change, or something is about to happen there. We know a lot in advance. So try to use the numbers. You can find any number of cycles once you use this concept.